Welcome over Sagittarian. I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being back. Thank you for the wonderful like, shares, and support. This is for the second quarter. It is for April, May, and June. All right, so you Sagittarians are dealing with a situation in a corporation institution. I see a lot of you Sagittarian businessmen is having some sort of a problematic situation at the workplace or with a huge corporation, especially a Sagittarian man that is working for a huge corporation. I see some sort of a problematic situation could be coming up. All right, so the energy of the Eight of Swords is in the reverse, and a lot of you are dealing with details and information that is going to be coming out. A lot of you young Sagittarians are dealing with problematic situation. Jupiter is not in Gemini. A lot of you Sagittarian that is connected with Geminis, they're now going to be gaining a lot of information of what was happening and transpiring. So information, a lot of data and information is going to be showing up, and they are now going to be gaining knowledge of what was going on. I see no justice for you young Sagittarian. Young Sagittarians and young Aries. So a lot of you Sagittarian is dealing with a young Aries, and they're gaining a lot of information about Aries and what Aries have done. A lot of people are now gaining an understanding and finding data and information and email of what was transpiring. No luck for a Gemini. A Gemini is going to be fired. They have recognized that a Gemini had collaborated with a whole lot of people and was doing things that was not above water. So let's look and see what is happening. Who are you dealing with? It's about a new start. A lot of you Sagittarian wanted a new start in a corporation institution and was connecting with a group of people in order to get a new start. A lot of you Sagittarians are hoping for some sort of a new start. So they're now gaining understanding. A lot of you Sagittarian is going to be in problems because the Scorpion is going to be giving you up. So let's look at the month of April. The month of April, we are seeing that you Sagittarian are turning your back on a group of people. They're now recognizing information that a group of people, what they were doing. So these could have been co-workers, and I see problematic situation changes is going to be coming up for you Sagittarian at the workplace. You are very, very emotional as to the problem and what is happening and transparent. So a lot of you Sagittarian were looking to regain balance and connect with either your team, your teammates, or your co-workers, but they are now gaining a lot of information, and there is no luck for a Gemini because they're now gaining. A Gemini is going to be giving up you Sagittarian. Okay, whatever is happening in transpiring, a Gemini recognize that you Sagittarian have a lot of secrets, and there is going to be changes coming up for you Sagittarian in a corporation institution. A lot of you Sagittarian that was working with a huge international corporation institution is going to be gaining knowledge of what was going on and what was transpiring, and through this, a lot of you Sagittarian, some sort of a new start that you had hoped for, you are not going to be gaining this. Let's say that you Sagittarian was collaborating with a Scorpion. A Scorpion is going to be throwing you under the bus. So whatever is happening, problematic situation, you could be throwing a Scorpion under the bus in order to get out of a situation, or a Scorpion are going to be throwing you under the bus. So let's say that you were co-workers, you did something that was not above water. No sun is in Scorpion, because I see that you Sagittarian could be recognizing that a collaboration that you were in is no longer good for you, and you're going to be walking away looking for a new start moving forward. Managers are going to be now recognizing, because a Gemini is now going to be working in collaboration with managers to show up that you Sagittarian have not done your work properly, or you Sagittarian had some sort of a secrecy that was going on. And now Sagittarian, you have to be aware because an alert, because managers, something to do with managers, a lot of problems with managers is going to be coming up. A lot of meetings is going to be happening. A lot of you Sagittarian have to be resolving a whole lot of problematic situation that was coming up and transpiring. So be aware of this. Then when we look at the energy of May, a lot of you Sagittarian is gaining knowledge of a Aries person. A lot of you Sagittarian who had collaborated with an Aries person, details and information is going to be coming out, and they're going to be recognizing that this Aries person had created a whole lot of contractual agreement, and you had collaborated with an Aries person to do things that was not approved. Okay, so you Sagittarian could have worked together with a Sagittarian person and do things without the knowledge of your manager, your boss, or break protocol. And they're now going to be gaining a whole lot of information how a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarian person had got some sort of documentation and information. A lot of you Sagittarians is in a whole lot of problems dealing with young people. A lot of you are going to be dealing with young Aries, Leo, or Sagittarian. You young Sagittarians are going to be in problem with people in your team. That sort of a situation, a problematic situation. They're now recognizing that you young Sagittarian could have collaborated and created some sort of a document or access some sort of a document that was not above water. When you recognize, a lot of you young Sagittarian is not going to be winning a lawsuit, neither is a Libran and a Gemini, because they are now gaining a whole lot of knowledge over a Libran and a Gemini. They're now recognizing what a Libran and a Gemini have done. They're now gaining knowledge, putting the puzzle together, and recognize that a Libran and a Gemini had co-created a problematic situation. Now, you young Sagittarian are caught up. I see you young Sagittarians are going to be turning your back on this problematic situation because you're going to be pulling yourself out. And this is the best thing to do, because you young Sagittarian men or women had nothing to do with a situation. You could have been connected to someone who is now in this problem. Okay, it could be a situation where something that has to do with your partner at the workplace is now being a problem to you, which you Sagittarian who wanted some sort of a new storage is not going to be coming in, because they're going to be gaining a whole lot of knowledge about what was happening and transpiring. So Sagittarian, this is going to be a timeline that is going to be serving you up a lot of the communication and information, email documents that is going to be shedding light of what was transpiring. And I see that especially in the month of May is where problems are going to be coming to an end for some of you, but for some of you, changes is coming up. With this problem coming to an end is a win-win situation that is going to be coming out. In the month of July, they're now recognizing information of some sort of a contract. They're now gaining and understanding how a Gemini had some sort of a contract. They're now gaining a whole lot of information over a Gemini and some sort of a contractual agreement that you Sagittarian had created for a Gemini and gave a Gemini some sort of information. No success is going to be here with the situation because the law is in reverse. If you notice, there are going to be recognizing that some of you young Sagittarian men and women who were trying to get some sort of a new start, some sort of a paperwork is not based on factual, they weren't approved, or people are now gaining knowledge that some of you Sagittarian had took paperwork and information from a Gemini, which you should not have done. So an end is going to be coming up for a legal situation that you Sagittarian have created. They're now going to be gaining a whole lot of understanding about you Sagittarian and what has happened and transpired. And by gaining this knowledge and information, a lot of people are going to be having a whole lot of access, and is now going to be gaining and understanding a whole lot of stuff that was going on that was not protocol, was not true protocol, was not approved by the right people. They are now going to be understanding and gaining a lot of knowledge. A Libran is going to be fired from their jobs. There's some sort of a legal issue with a Libran and a Gemini. There is no win. I see an end is coming in. Now, a lot of you are going to be in and connecting with a whole lot of meetings, whatever is happening and transpiring, legal issue, and the end is going to be coming up for a Aquarian man. Whoever this Aquarian man is, or this Aquarian man is your boss, supervisor, whoever this Aquarian man is, an end is here. There is some sort of a communication, Mercury in Aquarius. So they are coming down on an Aquarius man for doing something that was not above water. Whoever this Aquarius man is could have been your boss, your supervisor, but whatever is transpiring, it could be your manager. Some of you, your manager could be fired, or some of you who were having some sort of a legal issue that concerned an Aquarian man, they are going to be gaining a lot of knowledge of who this Aquarian man is and what has happened and transpired. So when we look at people who are working in huge international corporation institution, there is changes that is going to be coming up, and it is going to be affecting a lot of you young people between the ages of 25 and 50, and especially people between 25 and 35, there is going to be a whole lot of transition that is going to be happening and transpiring, and they're going to be now gaining knowledge of a network. And this is like a team, a group of people who had collaborated and created contractual agreement. They're now going to be recognizing, and a lot of you who went in a corporation institution by using some sort of a recruiter's bureau, they're going to be recognizing that a man behind this recruiter's bureau was not basically positive. This man wasn't positive. They're now going to be gaining a whole lot of knowledge and information about a Aquarian man who had created some sort of a contractual agreement and access some sort of a data and communication which this person should not have accessed in the first place. So I see they are now going to be gaining a lot of information, and is recognizing that an Aquarian man, whoever this person is, has gone over the normality from presentation and proven data and information, and they're now going to be recognizing that this person have access some sort of a data and information and was not supposed to access the information. So a lot of people are now going to be gaining knowledge, and they're going to be recognizing that contractual agreement that a Gemini have, an Aquarian person had extended this contract. And I see in for this Aquarian person because managers are going to be having problems with this Aquarian man because they're recognizing what has transpired. So a lot of you Sagittarian men are going to be standing up to some sort of a legal issue. It is a situation where you Aquarian man is gaining knowledge of, you Sagittarian men are gaining knowledge of an Aquarian man and what an Aquarian man has done. And they're now gaining knowledge and recognizing that an Aquarian man could have created a whole lot of chaos surrounding you men, and they're now going to be recognizing what this Aquarian man has done, because they're going to be recognizing that this person had no right to access some sort of a data and information. So truths is going to be coming out, and you Sagittarian men are going to be standing your grounds. You Sagittarian men are going to be gaining a whole lot of knowledge and recognize that a whole lot of people were forfeiting a whole lot of situations. A lot of you are going to be moving forward, leaving some sort of an emotional play that was going on, and recognize that a lot of people around you at the workplace or in your department was not being very honest, and a lot of people are going to be gaining knowledge and information. So young Sagittarian, you have to be aware, because it's going to be very emotional. But I see a lot of you Sagittarian businessmen are going to be trying to resolve this problem. However it comes up, you're going to be really trying to resolve this problem and really trying to recognize and access and accept that there were things that was beyond your control. But I see you're going to be walking away from this, because whoever these people are, whether in your department or your co-workers that had gotten you to create some sort of a documentation or information. I see that this is going to be over. Okay, so this is good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like a good 3 months for you, Sagittarian. I see you're on the right part. If you want to see the extended of this reading, follow me to the other side by using the join button and taking the second subscription. Remember that the Taurus season is coming up and the monthly readings are out. Please go check out the monthly readings because the month of April is out. This is what is coming up in April and May for you guys that is not seen in the April reading. So please remember these readings are timeless. I love you guys. Please remember to thumbs up, share. Namaste.